Smith has it. Knicks down 3. Should the Bulls foul? No. Anthony for 3. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied.
All right, recording this the 18th of September, 3:20 p.m. You know, I don't know what episode this is, but when Nolan's not here, nigga on vacation. Shout out to him. We soon be back on next week. But today I got a special guest, man. One of my best friends in real life, Marlon, avid Knicks fan. Been following the Knicks since I met him, probably. What's going on, Marlon?
Yo, man, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Let me open up the conversation for you, man, and ask you, how did this next season felt for you, man? We've been watching losing basketball for years, bro. Like, how did the season felt?
It felt, man, it felt so good just seeing the team just go out and just play good basketball, man. It's been so long. We don't watch. I sat through lineups with Samuel Dallenberg and Andre Bargnani, and you know what I mean. It's just watching pain, and we didn't have the most talented roster, but I guess just the way that we played the game is just salute to Tibbs. I'll give him all the credit for that, just the way his style, and we put the right pieces together to come back with a winning basketball team. I was happy, bro. I was happy with the way it turned out. A lot of people probably shitted on us because we left in the first round to the young Atlanta Hawks, but I was happy we made it to the 4th seed, really.
Nah, yeah. I think, one surprising thing that caught Knicks fans by surprise was the development of Randall. Before last season, we was ready to, kick Randall out of town. We had drafted Obi to replace him. And, it looked like we was going into another dark season with the rebuild. And I think, with the addition of Tibbs, I think it really helped him, especially defensively. It really moments he showed defensively. And offensively, the 3-point percentage, he shot 40% from 3. It was moments, during the season looked like he never missed from 3, bro. Like it was insane. It was insane. And the vision definitely increased there. Another Nick who took another jump is RJ Baird. Baird. He increased his 3-point percentage from, I think, 31% from, 40% as well. He was really a sniper from downtown. What was your thoughts from RJ, man?
I love his development, man. I love watching the player that he's becoming. I hate ESPN. They didn't put him in the top 25 on the 25, which was ridiculous. I don't think he was on that list. And he's one of the best young players in the league, clearly, if you watch the game. But it's just Knicks hate. I don't know why people hate the Knicks so much, but I love how he's defending really well. He improved his shot. He's being more aggressive. He's going to be a really, really good player for the future of the team, man.
No, definitely. You see the off-season work he put in. He's one of those guys that really love the game of basketball. You could really tell. And the jump, to be honest with you, is not really surprising, right? If you really look at other Duke wings like Ingram, like Jason Tatum, those guys, their 3rd, 2nd, 4th year, you really see them start to pop. And I really saw that exponential growth from him as well. As far as, guys coming in, from free agency and really leaving a mark, Noel coming in for the, defensive end, Mitch went down, we never know what Mitch will become in the Knicks jersey if he could ever get right on the court. No, for real, bro, because Mitch, he's never there. I feel like Mitch is never there, bro.
That's true.
But he looks like he's been putting in the work. He's definitely gained a lot of weight, Mitch, but we'll see how that goes. And another thing about Mitch, we was talking about this last podcast with Nolan was, Leon Rose's checkbook was out this summer and he didn't give Mitch an extension. He paid Noel instead, which was, a shocking thing because you saw, Boston big man Robert Williams getting an extension.
He got back too.
you saw Jared Allen getting exception.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know Mitch is looking at that and worried about his payday. We'll see how that goes. But as far as Noel, how'd you feel about Noel?
I like what he brought to the team. He stepped up when Mitch went down. Stepped up huge. You know, him and Taj. You know, with Noel specifically, he defensively just gave us. I feel like he how do I say it? He was like one of the pillars on defense. You know, watching the game, and you can't get nothing when you come down on Noel. You know, and I like what he brought to the team.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. I think it's definitely exciting to see, especially with a two-headed monster. You know, with 48 minutes of Mitch and Noel out there. You know, Taj did his thing last year, but he's old, and you saw last year in the playoffs. You know, we need a little bit extra, especially with Capella running out there. It was.
Oh yeah, he killing me. So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. As far as Kemba, Bronx finest, one of ours. Truly, you see him with A Boogie. He really feeling the New York vibe lately. But coming off an injury, didn't have the best time at Boston. Struggled with knee problems. Playoff. Didn't have the best playoff success with the Celtics. Had very big expectations with that core. Got traded to OKC. Looked like his career was gonna take a little bit of a downhill. Didn't know it was gonna come from him, but he took a huge pay cut. I believe he left like $20 million on the table. Took an $8 million contract with the Knicks. What do you expect from Kemba? Do you expect an all-star type of season? Do you expect maybe somewhat of what Derrick Rose gave us? Do you think there's something left in the tank for Kemba? Like what are your expectations?
I think coming off the injury and it's just the season that he had last season, I'm not expecting an all-star season from Kemba, but maybe a little more than what D Rose gave us, being that he's, well, how old is Kemba?
Kemba is like 29.
Yeah, so he's a little younger, and he I guess it's better than what we had last season at point guard. So I guess whatever he gives us is I'm gonna be satisfied with. I'm not expecting an all-star season, like I said, but he should give us a good good productive season. I do see that. We're gonna be happy at the end of the season.
Nah, for sure. I definitely think Kemba has a little bit more gas in the tank. Remember, Elfrid Payton was out there, putting us in holes, during that win streak, when we was tearing teams up, we were definitely coming out the gates extremely slow. Payton has no jump shot, has no offensive skills, really.
Had me screaming at my TV the whole season. Like,
I don't know. I think him keeping his starting job was definitely a management thing. Definitely, I think it was more of an image thing, not to cause drama. I think that was more of anything about that situation. But
so, you saw what happened when they took him off. His mom was going in on Twitter.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you peep, but he had a fake account. Like, I don't know, like there was a fake burner account that was supposed to be. Yeah, during the season, he was like, "Yo, the only reason why we're winning is because number 6 is out there because I'm out there, bro." Niggas. And he never tweeted during the game, bro. He only tweeted after or before. You didn't know about that?
I think I seen that. I didn't believe it.
Yo, you need to get on Twitter, bro. You need to get on Twitter, man.
Nah, that is hilarious, yo.
Oh, wow. It was insane, man. It was insane. But to wrap off like the Knicks talk, definitely gotta give big ups to the new management. Definitely, with the Evan Fournier pickup, what you thought about the Evan Fournier pickup? That's like the first big guy, they spent money on,
Yeah, I like it. It's an upgrade from Reggie Bullock from what he gave us last season. I feel like he's gonna come in, give us some of what Reggie gave us, but on a more consistent level. Because Reggie had good games, but it was nice when he was off. He was off. Like he couldn't buy a jumper. So I feel like Fournier he's gonna give us that consistently, and I like the pickup. I feel like it's an overall upgrade, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, the only thing that I look at with the pickup is, Reggie Bullock was extremely, consistent on the defensive end. You could throw him on pretty much a lot of people. And I don't know if you could do that with Fournier. And I think RJ has to take that next step up defensively and, fill in a little bit of those roles that Bullock. But RJ size, and I think he'll be more, capable of doing that. Definitely. Switching. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, no, that's what I was gonna say. We basically upgraded with Alfred and Reggie, but we kind of like defensively, it kind of, I would say, took it, because I'm like, as much as people were like shitting on Afro Payton, he was giving us good defensive player out there, and I guess that's why they kept him in starting for so long. But with Kemba, I'm not too sure if he's gonna translate well, but offensively it definitely helps. Now, I would like to see that. That would be interesting to see how we come out defensively. Would be better or worse, because we have some of the defensive guys that left. So at least the guard play. So
definitely, and with Tibbs, hopefully that stuff, he makes up for some of that stuff with schemes and all that. And what's your thoughts on Frank? Frank no longer with us.
boy,
definitely, he's definitely one of our favorites. He's one of our first draft picks that we got in. I can't fault Frank. He came in during the Phil Jackson regime, and that immediately as soon as he got drafted, Phil got fired. He has like a million head coaches, a million guys making decisions. It's been definitely a revolving door for Frank, and he's the only season we had some consistency and good play. He doesn't play at all, and he's been there through everything. And I thought that was kind of sad, but what were your thoughts on him, on his tenure and his future?
I feel like he never really got a chance to go out and be that, because when he came in, a lot of people were thinking like, all right, he's gonna be our guy, and he never really got played. And I feel like I like his game. Like, he's a real, like, he's monster on defense, but I feel like he just never, they didn't play him, so he didn't get a chance to like develop that. I'm not, I'm sad that he left. I fuck with Frank a lot. I like Frank a lot. And I only hate that he went to the Dallas Knicks. It's like, come on, man. Like, like, I wouldn't have been mad at anything else, but come on, you gonna go to the Dallas Knicks? It's whatever, man. Salute to Frank, man.
Yeah, I could definitely see Frank like in a decent role over there if they play him. Besides Luka, I think he's the ideal person you want around Luka at the 2, right? And a guy who might be following in his footsteps is Kevin Knox. I don't know how much opportunity Kevin Knox is gonna get. We
his
drafted
time is ticking.
OD. We drafted Quentin Grimes. We still have Obi, and I don't think Kevin is a true 3. I think he's more of a 4. And Obi is there, and Randall is there, and there's a lot of bodies ahead of him. I don't know, unless he turns into Scottie Pippen in the preseason. I don't see. I think Kevin Knox follows in Frank's footsteps next year. Next year, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Let's switch it up to another team in the East. A team that's been going through a lot of turmoil. Philly. Philly has been going through a situation with Simmons after the Game 7 situation. Pretty much the whole Philadelphia area, it hates him. I don't think he could ever put on that jersey again. He pretty much made it clear he ain't showing up to work no more. As you know, and I've said it on the podcast a million times, like, I'm a big Simmons fan. I think defensively he's one of the all-time great defenders. His vision is amazing. It's just he's not the perfect player. I could see that, but what's your thoughts on this whole situation, man?
Man, I feel like like you said, Simmons, he's not is. I feel like the media and everybody, they trying to make him out to be like he's trash because of the playoffs. Like, granted, he didn't have a great playoff, But they're devaluing him. You know, like you know what I mean? Like he's one of the best defenders in the league. Like you said, his vision is crazy. He can run the ball on the floor. The only thing, you know, he can't shoot. There's a lot of players in the league that can't shoot. You know, you shouldn't be faulted for that. Yes, you should work on your game, but I feel like more so also his confidence too. He didn't look very confident in the playoff series that they had. And I feel like people took that little that playoffs and just defined his, you know, his whole career off of that. I feel like he should have more respect, in my opinion. Ben Simmons should. I'm not mad that he's trying to get out of there because Philly basically came out and said we don't want him over here. They shopped him as soon as the playoffs finished. It's like trying to look for packages and they didn't accept any of them, which it's a lot going on, man. And I don't know what they're doing over there, really.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think, man, they the way they built the teams the past few years have not been, you know, and like improving his skill set too. I think, you know, the signing of Al Horford, that whole situation, you know, they didn't help. I think now wasted the season of Joel and Ben. I do think they could play together. I don't think that's the case at all. I just think is the way they built the team. You know, the Tobias Harris trade was, I think, a critical thing, and they paid him, and he hasn't really contributed in that playoff series. Like he's supposed to be, you know, Chris Middleton. He's supposed to be that primary, you know, perimeter player. He has, you know, the 3-level game. You know, he's supposed to be, you know, taking over during those situations, but you know, he doesn't get much of the blame, and I don't know how that goes. But I think as far as getting something back for him, I've heard, you know, Sacramento talks with Buddy Hield and that situation. I think that works. I think, you know, Simmons and Fox, and if they could add the right pieces, I think that could work. I don't know, whoever it takes, because I think whoever trades for Ben Simmons, you're getting a good deal out of him, you know, because you're getting 4 years, you know, 4 years out of him. Contract wise, you know, you got him locked up. So if you're a team that doesn't really get free agents like that, like Indiana, if I'm them, I'm looking to switch things up. I'm definitely looking at this Ben Simmons thing. I've seen people, you know, talk about not Bradley Beal, Denver. You know, maybe they want to get in the mix and put Jamal at the 2, and him, and you know, yeah, I like that too. But I don't know. It's weird because the whole, you know, Rich Paul situation too. Remember, you know, Clutch Sports, you know, they have a whole thing around the league. You know, they have a lot of power. You know, you Noel suing them. So it's definitely a situation. Daryl Morey from you know, he came from the Rockets and now he's running Philly. He wants a superstar back. You know, he wants Dame. He wants this. You know, he wants that back, bro. I don't know what you're gonna get out of him.
It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let me be the first to tell you, Mr. Morey, it ain't gonna happen.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So I don't
know. Looking at the standings, you know, Bleacher Report, they put standings of predictions. You know, they had Philly at 3. You know, they had Nets at 1, which, you know, not as surprising with, you know, that big 3. I definitely see them running the East and having the best record. They had the back-to-back champs at 2, Philly at 3, Heat at 4, Hawks at 5, Celtics at 6, and then us at, you know, 7. Which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, bro. Like the only teams are better than is the Hornets, Bulls, and Pacers.
Nah,
right?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't know about that. I
don't like that.
You know, as next year, do you see you know, how do you see the East shaping out? Like, who do you see, you know, being the 1 seed? Do you see the Sixers falling out with the Ben Simmons situation? Like, how do you see the East shaping out?
I guess, yeah, it's depending on. I mean, he's not gonna play. I don't think he's gonna play Ben Simmons. It's depending what they get back, because I mean they have some guys on the team. Don't get me wrong, like Joel Embiid, he's still like the guy in the league. You know what I mean? Like best center in the league, in my opinion. Him and Jokic go back and forth, but like you could build a team around that. Just I guess depending on that, but yeah, I feel like the Nets are gonna come and just sweep the East. Because I think Harden is coming back from his injury, but he said he should be like 100% healthy, and that's kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to play them if he's 100%.
Yeah, that's game over, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what's crazy? The whole season, I haven't seen Steve Nash run a play. Like, he just gives the ball to KD or Kyrie and says, "Go ahead, go get a bucket," and they came out and just dominated the league. And I feel like it's gonna be the same thing.
Bro, because as soon as he opened his mouth and start running plays, bro, they gonna be going upstairs talking about, yo, they need to fire this.
Nah, really though. That's why. And Kyrie, you know, he's not listening to the man.
Word.
You know this thing. But yeah, I see.
No, how about the Bucks, man? How the Bucks? How do you see the Bucks coming out? You know, because going back to back, you know, is one of the hardest things to do in sports, in any sports. You know, win back to back championships. You know, it was a little bit of an easier road than most had, you know, with the injuries and everything. How do you see the Bucks, you know, coming back next year?
They got to see the Nets, man.
Yeah.
The Nets took them to what, 6-7 with KD by himself, basically.
Bro, they was pretty much an inch, you know, his toe behind the line, bro. Yeah, pretty of losing that series.
Yeah, he was by himself, basically.
Yeah.
You know, Harden played like 2 games, and I don't know what did Kyrie do. He
wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Yeah, you know, so they got to see them at full health. I don't see them going back to the finals unless bearing an injury on the net side, because that's been a thing with Kyrie also. He's like, he gets hurt a lot, but if it's a healthy Nets team, I see them going all the way.
Nah, for sure. Not because that, man, health. That's like the only thing with that Brooklyn situation is health. Like, you never, like, Kyrie Irving, I don't know what's going on with him the past few years, bro, but it's always something with him. It's literally always something with him.
If he's not healthy, if he's healthy and it's something else, and he's missing games and he's on Zoom meetings with
yo, bro, he was in a random Zoom meeting, bro. Like, he got, bro, there's like a game tonight, bro. You just missed last night. He in a random Zoom meeting, bro, in the middle of nowhere, talking about issues in the middle of nowhere. Like, yo, like, I understand, like, you want to become an advocate, and you know that's important, man. If that's important to you, I understand that. But bro, like, you're getting paid $30 to $40 million a year to play basketball, like, and you just have to fulfill those roles, and you can't do that, you know. And if you're KD and he starts doing that, like, during critical times, now you're messing with my legacy. Like, you my friend, but bro, like this is business, bro. Like, come on. Yeah.
Now I seen something. I don't know if it's true or not, that the Nets, they were not open to trading Kyrie, but they wasn't like gonna, you know, like they were open to like listen to offers and stuff. He was like, yo, if they trade him, he's gonna retire from the NBA, and I believe him. You know, I believe him. Like, Kyrie, as talented as he is, you know, the past couple years, it seemed like his focus is not on basketball, and you know, I don't know. It's that's just crazy to me. Being that you're on the Nets and you have a championship right there waiting for you, and it's like you're not. He doesn't really seem interested sometimes. And you know, if I was KD, I'm listen, man. It'll be a lot of furniture moving in that locker room, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
You know the Heat. You know, they were the winner of the Kyle Lowry sweepstakes. You know, he was the big fish this summer. They were able to get him in. You know, the one thing about the Heat, you know, I say this all the time on this podcast, bro, cap space, that doesn't exist in Miami. Like, they're able to do whatever, whenever they want.
Boy, Pat Riley, man, he gonna get it done.
Oh, I don't understand. No matter what situation it is, bro, they could turn over that roster tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. He gonna get it done.
Yeah, you know, they were able to add Kyle Lowry. They were able to add PJ Tucker. You know, one of the Morris twins. They were able to add toughness with those 3 players, definitely. You know, Jimmy coming back, signing that extension. Another year of Bam getting better. They paid Duncan Robinson, all-time money to shoot the ball. How do you feel about the Heat coming back?
I like the team I like the team they constructed. If they bring a lot of toughness back, which is I feel like what they had in the 2020 season when they went to the finals. They was like a tough team, and I feel like they, if they play it right, they could make a run. I'm not. I won't be mad at it. Like I could see that they have a lot of dogs on that team, which is great. That's what I feel like Milwaukee had a couple of dogs on the team last year too. PJ Tucker and just guys that you're gonna go get. But you need to get a lot of toughness, and that's big in this league. A lot of physical play because people they're not. You saw it over the summer of the Olympics. They're not used to. These guys are not used to playing physical basketball, and that'll be something that be interesting to see how they come out.
No, I definitely agree with that. Definitely need those type of players on the team. They definitely put you over the hump. You saw how guys like Jay Crowder helped the Suns. He helped Miami. PJ Tucker helped the Bucks, like you said. Definitely an asset on the championship team. Another team that I wanted to ask you about was the Bulls. The Bulls had to be a little desperate this summer and spend money, spend assets, to make Zach LaVine happy. The timer's on the clock for him. His happiness is definitely gonna be tested next season. Adding DeMar DeRozan, they had added Vucevic. The Lonzo Ball addition was definitely eye-opening. They were spending money on Lonzo Ball, revamping that team. They still got Patrick Williams, their 4th overall draft pick from last year. Cody, I forgot his name. White. What's his name? Kobe White. Kobe White.
Yeah. I
Hopefully.
like him.
Yeah. I think he's a good scorer. Hopefully, he could come off the bench and light it up for them. Defensively is definitely a huge question mark, and their coach. I have no faith in their coach. I think their coach is a fraud.
Who they got? That's
Billy Donovan. Yeah. He's definitely a fraud. I don't understand
fraud?
bro. I don't understand how he has an NBA job, man. Bro, I don't get it. Like, I really don't, man. Like that OKC season, like he had with Chris Paul, bro, is gonna give him so many seasons of pay, seasons of pay, bro. Because he was on thin ice.
But
But
I feel like that's always been a thing with Chicago though. Like the past few years, they never had a good coach. Like they probably fired more coaches than they fucking have wins. You know what I mean?
it's been as much as a mess has been like with the Knicks over the years. It's the same thing over there with the Bulls, man. It really is. Since Derrick Rose left, that whole situation, and they haven't been able to draft correctly. The marketing situation. He walked away with pretty much nothing. They didn't get nothing in return from him. So it's like the Frank situation. You know how much that hurts for us. That much. It's the same thing with marketing. Marketing was actually pretty good. He could shoot the three. He was definitely more of an NBA player than Frank is. And I know that definitely hurts for them, but they were able to revamp their roster. What you think? What's your thoughts and how they fare against the rest of the East?
Honestly, I like it. I'm a Lonzo Ball fan. Like I like Lonzo a lot. I feel like he'll pair well with Zach LaVine, and that'll be interesting dynamic to see. I like Patrick Williams. He's a nice young player in this league. I'm on paper. They have a good roster on paper. Like I won't lie. I like what they put together. It's a little expensive, but I like overall what they have. I don't know what they do because I don't know what their identity would be. I don't know if they have an identity because, and then also as you said with the coaching situation, I don't know if he could what he's gonna bring to the team. You know what I mean? So it'll just be interesting to see. I like the roster though overall.
Their identity is gonna be, bro. Let's go down there and score as many points as we can because we can't guard nobody. Because Levine is not a guard. Can't guard, like he's not really gonna shut nobody down. Like the DeMar DeRozan at this age, at best, he's a team defender. I mean, like at his Raptor days, he could strap up, but I don't know how much he could strap up now. Like Zoe is a good defender. I fuck with Zoe defensively, but other than that, yeah, they're kind of they're thin defensively. It's to me, it's gonna be more about effort. Like it's gonna be more of a team thing, more of an effort thing, and then that's where coaching comes in.
Yeah,
and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. As far
one more thing about the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero hasn't been good since Jack Harlow put that song out. I just want to put that out there. I don't know what happened.
Knicks fans be going to war with Heat fans on Twitter, bro. And I think we shut him up for now because RJ had that crazy jump and he's been a little bit quiet.
I don't know. Jack Harlow would put that song out. I think he went on tour with him. All that he was bringing him out in arenas and shit. And I don't know. I don't know where he went.
You know what it might be? It just might be that lifestyle, bro. Because he's from the middle of nowhere, bro. He just jumped straight from Miami with $1 million.
Oh yeah,
bro. That's a different lifestyle, bro. Miami is different, especially if you rich, bro. And he's Tyler Hero, bro. He ain't no. Like it's different, bro. It's different. It's different out there, man. For sure.
That's funny.
For sure. Definitely. Let's switch it up. Definitely want to talk about John Wall. Shout out to David. Shout out to David. A big John Wall fan. Another one of our friends. He's a big John Wall fan.
Top 10 point guard in the league. What league?
Not this league. Maybe the China league. Maybe the China league, but not this league.
The G League or something. Like.
But John Wall is definitely one of the better point guards of our childhood. Defensively, it was a monster. Had great vision. Downhill was a beast. But tore his ACL and then tore his MCL, so he's pretty much his knee is all fucked
his knees,
up. His knees is all fucked up. Came back to Houston, looked good in the beginning of the season, like they all do, but his body was not able to hold out, missed a lot of last season. Definitely, I guess they came together, recently and was like, we're not, you can't come to work no more, but definitely was a big, role model to the guys, even though they lost the billion games last year. I think his veteran presence last year to that Houston Rockets team was, definitely a bright side. I don't know how much he has left in the tank to help a team. That's definitely going to be an interesting thing. And whoever, I don't know who's going to take his contract because he has one of the more ridiculous contracts in the league. And he has a player option for next season. So
he's going to take it.
Yeah, he's going to take it. That's I don't know who you are, but you're definitely not saying no to free $40 million.
You are.
So, yeah, he's definitely taking that. So what do you think about the John Wall situation, bro? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
It's I don't know. It's kind of unfortunate, man, because he used to be like my favorite point guard in the league. Honestly, like I used to have debate that he was better than Kyrie back when. You know what I mean? And really believed that until he went down. And it's kind of crazy to see how he came out of that. He hasn't played in like 5 years, and I don't know where he fits on a team right now. Like I can't see a team he could go in and because I don't know if he would help a playoff team, bring a team to the playoffs. And then some of the younger teams, they already kind of have their point guard that they have their guy already. So I'm not sure unless he want to come off the bench in some of these teams, and which I doubt he wants to do that. I feel like he has the Melo effect where, remember when he was like an OKC and people were like, yo, you need to start coming off the bench. He was like, who?
Yeah.
It's time. I feel like John Wall, he's not going to accept that it's that time yet. But so I don't really see where he fits, really.
Yeah, definitely. I see it like that too. Um, yeah, man. I don't know because the Clippers they might be interested. They may take a bet on him. Definitely OKC just to take his contract and take some picks along with it, like they did with the Kemba and the Al Horford. I think that's bro. That's been the league dumping ground for contract, bro. Like if you
Yeah.
got some picks, you could dump them off the OKC. You
They
feel
got
me?
like 30 picks too for like the next 4 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. So I don't know how that situation works out with John Wall. Um, he has to prove that he has to be healthy, and for
Yeah.
him not, yeah, and for him not to play, bro, not for him not to play next season, and not shown to be healthy the previous season, it's hard for any team to take that gamble on him, even if it is the
Hmm.
Clippers and you have Kawhi and Paul George. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of, and you gotta, and you gotta think it's a lot of money going out your way too. So you're gonna have to gut, you know, 3, 4 rotational guys making significant money,
Yeah.
yeah, right, to get him on the team. I don't know how
For
that
him not to
works.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
That's
and I don't know if a buyout is in the works with that much money. I don't know how that works out.
yeah.
How do you negotiate
Nah.
$80 million, right? So we'll see how that goes. Last topic on the show. Definitely want to talk about the Lakers. Lakers made big moves.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
bringing in Westbrook. Remember we was on our way to the Lloyd Banks show when we saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
and we were talking about it the whole way there. It's a definitely an interesting move, fit wise. They were able to add, Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn, um, Melo. Shout out to Melo. That's like the only reason why like I'm even rooting for that team, bro. They
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Melo.
yeah.
They got them some guys. How do you feel about the Lakers, man? How do you feel about the Lakers?
Uh, if AD is not healthy, then I don't know what they do, man. It's all contingent on AD. Really, just like how we see last season. I like the addition of Westbrook, but I don't think he's carrying the Lakers to a championship, in my opinion. Um, they need AD to play. That's
I,
all it is, bro.
I don't know what Westbrook does on that team because everything that he does, LeBron does better.
Yeah,
So it's like I
I
don't
don't
know, and,
understand.
and he doesn't shoot the ball at all. So
Yeah,
I think it's more of a, I don't know. They play a lot together. I think it's more of they start the game together and like 4 or 5 minutes in, I think like LeBron comes out and then Westbrook is able to like run the team or whatever. I think it's more of that. I think it's more of like a relief type of ball handling duty type of thing. I don't know if you see a lot of minutes of them playing together. Um, as far as Melo, how do you see Melo fitting in with that team? Long time Nick, one of our favorite
man.
players.
Listen, man, I'm so happy he played for a contender now. He actually has a chance to go out and get his championship. That's all I can ask for. Like I don't care if he plays half the season and they don't play in the rest. Go get that ring, man. You know, that's all I want to see, man. I want to see my boy Melo with that ring, man. But I like what he would he would bring in some necessary scoring to the team also. Um, I don't know if he doesn't start, right?
Nah, I don't think he starts.
Nah, he
Defensively, you
doesn't
can't really
start.
start him, bro.
So yeah, he'll be a good off the bench option. He's gonna go give you like 15, still 13, 15 a night. So that'll help any team. And I'm just happy that he's playing for a contender, really.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing Melo Road, throughout the league, that whole Portland situation,
Mm-hmm.
uh, getting an opportunity with Portland, getting dropped by Houston. Man, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That was kind of insane. The OKC situation, that never really worked out on the court. Uh, well, I don't think the past years of Westbrook haven't really worked out. That's why I'm kind of,
yeah,
it- but it is LeBron. He's not playing with any other guy. He's playing with LeBron James. So that's the only way I could see that working out, bro. It's somehow Westbrook is gonna have to contain himself. You know how many times we talked about it before, bro. You know how many times we seen Westbrook do boneheaded plays.
Yeah, that's what I was
Give
gonna
up the
say. How
game.
long before LeBron is like gets mad at him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna translate. Like Westbrook just coming. That's his game. You come down the court 100 miles per hour, and it's like you don't have time to think. You don't see the floor, so you just. But like it's just instinct. You know what I mean? And LeBron, he's especially at his age now. He's like like really like he always been a smart player, but like he a lot of decision making and he needs guys that are willing to do that, and I don't know that'll be funny to see though. That'll be funny to see.
Nah, the memes are gonna be going crazy
Oh
every
yeah.
time Westbrook does something
Oh yeah.
stupid.
But yeah, I already see it. They're gonna put him on the J.R. Smith thing with the with LeBron with his hands out. The final shit. It's gonna be a whole lot of that.
The Wizards, the Wizards were a trade partner with the Lakers. They were able to get Kuzma, KCP, Trez, another group of guys to play alongside Beal. Give Beal another time to make a decision if he wants to stay or if he wants to leave. They were also able to spend money, pick up Spencer Dinwiddie coming off an ACL injury. 3 years, $60 million after coming off a season-ending injury. Kind of crazy, but I guess you got to do what you got to do if you're in their situation. We didn't really talk about them in the East. The East is really stacked.
Yeah.
I don't really see them making much noise in the East. They're still terrible defensively. They haven't really made changes on that end of the ball, but how do you see them, faring out in the East?
They would probably do the same thing they did last season, man. They come in at the bottom of not the bottom of the East, but they could be a playoff team, but the East is so stacked this season. It's like it's gonna be hard to get up in the standings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you still have teams like Atlanta and Chicago and the Knicks and I'm not even talking about the top tier teams, but it'll be interesting to see. I don't know, man. Bradley Beal. It's that whole Wizards team. It's like they've been the same for like since John Wall went down. It's like they haven't got over that. You know what I mean? And with Bradley Beal being one of the best players in the league, in my opinion, I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he's kind of wasting his years over there because they're not. I don't see them winning anything anytime soon, and I know he wants to win a championship. And I don't know, man.
It's been reported that his family, his wife, his kids, they love the DC area. He got drafted over there, so there's some type of sentimental value. How do you see him staying there, or do you see him ultimately acting out? How do you see that whole situation working out?
If they come in the season stinking it up, man, I see him trying to get out of there. But if it looks like if there's hope of a playoff push and that they could make some noise in the playoffs, then he definitely would stay. And then I feel like that, like you said, the family thing is a big factor in that because people would want to please their family when they're doing that, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, a lot of things, bro. A lot of things gotta work itself out, bro. This season, a lot of storylines, a whole bunch of shit, bro. A whole bunch of feel me. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about this episode. Make sure to check out the podcast on Twitter, The Corner Pod. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to follow Nolan. Make sure to check out our website. We write articles on there, or we have all our episodes on there as well. Yeah, man, Marlon, I appreciate you coming on the episode, bro. And
thank you for having me, man.
Or hopefully, we can have David on here. Feel me? During the season, in the middle of the season, we could talk some hoops. Yeah. That's definitely gonna be an entertaining episode for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure. But yeah, man, peace.
All right.